resolve to protect, preserve, and uphold our territorial integrity. I know that our soldiers and our troops espouse the same values and principles, and they remain undeterred by actions that stir tension.
This follows a phone call between Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. It's believed to be their first dialogue since the water cannon incident and collision in Ayungin Shoal last December 10. Secretary Manalo said it was a frank and candid exchange that ended with a clearer understanding of each country's respective position on a number of issues. Manalo said he and Wang noted the importance of dialogue in addressing these issues, but Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi was more somber, saying in a lengthy statement, bilateral relationship now stands at a crossroads. With its future yet to be decided, the Philippine side must act with caution. He added that the severe difficulties facing China-PH relations are rooted in the fact that the Philippine side has changed its policy stance, reneged on the promises it has made, constantly provoked troubles at sea, and undermined China's legitimate and lawful rights. The Chinese foreign minister went on to warn that if the Philippine side misjudges the situation, goes its own way, or even colludes with ill-intentioned external forces to continue to stir up troubles, China will defend its rights in accordance with law and respond resolutely. He ended by saying both sides agreed to hold a meeting of the bilateral consultation mechanism as soon as possible. Malacanang has belied a fake presidential proclamation circulating on social media that supposedly declared a half-day work suspension today. In a post by the official Gazette of the Republic of the Philippines, the agency denied the fake document that said December 22 had been declared by Malacanang as a special half-working day. This document had been posted by no less than Presidential Assistant for Strategic Communications Cesar Chavez. News outlets were quick to carry the document, which later turned out false. Chavez has since apologized for the post, taking full responsibility for the oversight. Chavez added that as a former newsman who has been a stickler for fact-checking, this one evaded him. President Marcos has transferred Chavez from the Transportation Department to the Office of the President just 2 weeks prior to this incident. Just a couple of days after the MTRCB suspended 2 of its programs, SMNI itself is now also facing suspension. The National Telecommunications Commission issued both a show-cause order and a 30-day suspension order against the network. The NTC said it was acting on the lower house's resolution calling for such, citing alleged violations of the network's franchise. The suspension order covers both the TV and radio broadcast stations of SMNI. The NTC says the network violated at least 3 specific provisions of its legislative franchise. Suarasug Media Corporation, the owner of SMNI, is given 15 days by the NTC to explain in writing why the network should not be administratively sanctioned. A hearing on the suspension order has also been set for January 4, 2024. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The Health Department reports over 190,000 cases of influenza-like illness nationwide so far this year. Based on the latest disease surveillance report of the DOH, there were over 193,000 influenza or flu-like cases from January 1 to November 25. The number is 50% higher than the 128,000 influenza-like illness reported during the same period of last year. The DOH has since reminded the public to have themselves tested via antigen tests and follow the proper health protocols to prevent the spread of the illness. Some fireworks vendors in Bocaue, Bulacan were caught by authorities selling products that bear safety stickers even though these did not undergo quality testing. During their inspection on Thursday, authorities from the Trade Department confiscated over 170 fountains and sprinklers from these vendors. The manufacturers of these products are registered, but some of the fireworks being sold that have safety stickers on them are not approved by the DTI. The agency has issued a notice of violation against the stores caught selling these products. Retailers could face a fine of up to 25,000 pesos, while the fine for manufacturers could go as high as 300,000 pesos.
Hindi po yan dumaan sa proseso ng pag-testing ng DTI. Hindi tayo nakakasiguro kung safe yun. Maaaring pag sinindihan yun, pumutok agad or maaaring sumabog ng makasira ng mga property natin.
Kompleto din ang lisensya niya. Misleading lang. Possible po kasi na nagkamali ng dikit. Kasi sa halos pareho, naguluhan lang po.
Mistake din namin kasi hindi namin alam.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. Another key witness in former Senator Laila de Lima's third and final drug case has expressed intent to recant his testimony. Retired Police Brigadier General Jerry Valeroso says he was disturbed by his conscience. A recent SWS survey shows that the country's joblessness rate dropped to 16.9% from over 22% in June. The latest figure translates to an estimated 7.9 million jobless Filipinos in the third quarter. And the University of Santo Tomas held its annual Paskuhan tradition on Thursday night. Around 40,000 people took part in the event, which featured local bands and performers as well as grand fireworks display. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.